Hi, this video is a stretching video for your lumbopelvic region. I commonly give this routine to my low back patients, also my patients that have issues around their pelvis, and even my patients that have anything going on with their lower extremities. So some of these stretches apply even for some of my foot and ankle patients. And even some of my shoulder and just postural patients, if they have really tight hamstrings or other muscles that are pulling them into non-ideal postures. So what you're gonna need for this video is a strap. This is a yoga strap, but you can also use a thick TheraBand, or you can use a belt or a long towel. The other thing you'll need, if you like to pad your knees, is a pillow. I'm using a bolster, but you can use any pillow or folded blanket, something soft to pad your knees if you're a little more sensitive there. Okay, so we're gonna start with stretching our hamstrings. That's the muscle on the back of our legs. Then we're gonna move to a muscle on the side of your pelvis called the piriformis. It's an external rotator of the hip. And then after that, we're gonna hit our hip flexors, or some of them. There's a whole group of muscles called the hip flexors. And then lastly, we will get to the thoracolumbar region or the gluteal region, just to do a nice restorative child's pose to get a nice stretch across the back side of our bodies. So keep in mind that if you're feeling pain through some of these exercises, I'm going to cue some of the modifications you can try. And you can also try some of the progressions at home, as long as you're not feeling pain or things are making your back feel worse or any pain down your leg. All these stretches will be held for a minute today, so in the future you can do this video twice through. Ideally, I like my patients to hold stretches for 2 minutes at a time. So play this video and then play it again so you get the 2 minutes in. That will be more optimal for your stretching. Okay, so we'll start on your backs. You'll lie down in a hook lying position. Take the strap, place it around your foot, and take your leg up in the air. Notice that I'm not trying to get this leg straight at all. I'm keeping a bend in my knee, and that this leg is in a hook lying position. So this is the easiest version of the stretch. And if you're feeling stuff down your leg that goes down into your calf or into your foot, then I want you to point your toe and work there and stay there. For others, maybe you want a slightly deeper stretch, so you'll take that other leg and straighten it out and hold the stretch here. And while you hold the stretch, keep a little bit of tone in your belly, just so you stay aware in your body and you're not just hanging out in the stretch. The other thing is, we're not trying to pull the leg. We're not trying to crank it up, okay? You're just keeping it so you get a nice gentle stretch on the back of your thigh only, and that we're not causing anything harmful or painful. So let's switch to the other side. Again, you can start here with the other leg bent. The leg that's up does not have to be straight, okay? Then your other leg goes down if you want a deeper stretch. When you hold the strap, I don't want you lifting your elbows up and you're struggling to breathe. You want to really relax your arms down. You can hold the position. You can even hold the strap all the way down here by your side. It's not meant to be an arm workout. It's only meant to be a stretch for your hamstring. Just a few more breaths here. Take a deep inhalation and exhale the air out. Take the strap off your foot, bend both of your knees, cross one leg over the other. For some of you, this might be enough of a stretch. If it is, you'll just work on pushing your knee out and holding the stretch there. We're now switching to the piriformis. If you feel no stretch here, you'll bend your other leg in, thread your arm through the legs, and then on the outside of the opposite leg, and you pull your knee in towards your chest. Actively, you're trying to rotate your knee away from you, or you can try to use your elbow here. For those of you that have a hard time threading through and grabbing your leg, you'll take your strap, take it behind your leg and hold the strap in. Because all of us are different sizes, maybe for some of you this is a better strategy for you. We're still holding and I'm actively rotating my leg away. I can push here and hold with the strap, that's okay. I can work actively. I like to work a little more actively because it tends to hold the range of motion better. Meaning when you're done doing the stretch, your body keeps it a little bit better for a longer period of time. Okay, uncross your legs, cross them the opposite way, and then grab your thigh. Either thread through with your arms, or use the strap, or you can stay here if this is enough of a stretch for you. Again, actively push your knee away from you and find the rotation from your hips. So it's working to find the rotation, but you're also getting a stretch at the same time. Later in a more advanced video, I'll show you how to incorporate pails and rails to additionally keep that range of motion. But for today, this is meant for part of my low back basics. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale all the air out. Uncross your legs, roll onto your side, push yourself up. Then you're gonna grab your pillow or your bolster or your blanket. For this stretch, I like to kneel both of my knees on here first and then come up into what's called a tall kneel. From here, you'll step one leg forward, tuck your pelvis under. For some of you, that might be enough of a stretch right there. And if it is, you can stay there. For the rest of us, you'll lunge forward. And then maybe you take your arms up. For some of us, this is enough. For those that can go a little bit deeper, you'll grab your arm and side bend away from the side that you're stretching. Right now I'm stretching my left side, so I'm side bending to the right and I'm pulling on my left arm. You want your breath to be slow and steady here. Release your arms down, push back. Take your right knee in, step your left leg forward, tuck your pelvis under. So if you're one of those that gets a good stretch there, you can stay there. For everybody else, start to lunge forward. If this is deep enough of a stretch on that hip flexor in the front, you can stay there, or you can take your arms up. If you want to go deeper, you'll pull on your right arm and side bend away. We'll hold here for a few more breaths. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. One more breath in. Exhale out. And release. Come off of the bolster if you need to. Come onto all hands and knees. And then press yourself back and rest your head on the ground into child's pose. If that's irritating to your back, you'll take some pillows and blankets and place them right in front of you, and you'll kind of straddle that padding as you press back and hold here. Take a deep breath in and exhale out.
in. Exhale out. And in. And out. Last breath in. And breathe out. Then come back up onto your hands and knees. Move any props out of the way. And come up into a standing position. Last, we want to get to the front of our thighs, called our quadriceps. From here, you can stand and use a wall or chair in front of you. You'll stand up, you'll grab your foot and keep your knee hugging in. So you don't want our leg flailing way out to the side. You want to point your knee towards the ground. If you can't reach your foot because your legs are tight or it's just painful, you'll take a belt, wrap it around your foot, and you'll hold the stretch this way. A nice easy way to hold it, if you have a longer belt, is just throw it over your shoulder and hold it there. That way you can start pulling on the strap more to go a little deeper. I'll show you the front view. You don't want your leg out to the side like this. You want to point your knee down like that. Okay, so I'm going to do this without the strap, because I'm lucky enough not to need the strap. But my balance is a little off because I had surgery, so I like to keep it there as my friend so I don't fall. And if you're holding your own leg, you want to keep your shoulders down and keep a little tone in your belly. Ready, release. Let's do the other side. Grab your leg or switch to use the strap on your other leg. Point your knee down. So we don't want to be out here. You're going to point your knee down that way. Pull your foot in towards your tushy. Side view looks like that. So if you're way out here, you want to pull in that way. As long as it doesn't hurt, okay? So don't do this and you're like, ah! If you're screaming and yelling and hitting yourself or cursing at me right now, that means you've gone too far. The other thing is when you're standing, don't let that hip sink way out to the side. You want to squeeze the glute with the standing leg and lift up out of that hip. 10 more seconds here. Good, and release. All right, guys, so for those of you at home, hit rewind, replay this video again so you get your 2 minutes in on each side. If you're out of time and you want to do this later in the day, great. I recommend you do this in the morning and in the evening. That way you're a little more loose for the day, and then you stretch before you've gone to bed and you don't stiffen down as much. Okay, so this is part of my low back basics sequence. You'll see this again in a longer video sequence. But if you only have time to do the stretches, that's what this video is for. Okay, thanks so much. Stay healthy, and I wish you good health.